Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are in the garden and I'm going to be answering a great question. Is it too late to start a garden? I want to say, it's never too late, but winter is a stark reality in my corner of the world. And I know for a lot of us northern gardeners, there are months where we really can't get out and do anything in the garden, but that's okay. There is a huge window of time that you really can plant something. So let's talk about how you can figure out if it really is too late to start your garden. So the first thing you need to do is find your first and last frost dates and figure out where you are in that span of time. This is a really easy Google search. Just type in first and last frost dates for my zip code, your zip code, and figure out, when you're likely to not have frosts anymore in the spring and when you can expect that cold weather to roll in the fall. For me, for just example here, my first frost date is usually September 1st through 10th, a little bit of a range there. And then my average last frost date is June 1st through 4th. In the spring, there are crops like snap peas, carrots, cabbages. There are cool season crops that we can get started and get in the ground before that last spring frost date. And then we can plant those again maybe in late summer and kind of nurture them through that hot weather so that they can mature in the fall. So there is a second opportunity for those if maybe you missed that first opportunity in the spring. Those cool season crops, you can definitely miss your spring window for them because they will not tolerate the hot temperatures. If it's already swing of summer and it's 80, 90 degrees, those crops won't do well. And you can find all of that information on the back of your seed packet, usually what temperature range things like to be started in. And then go through and have your garden plan designed with that in mind. So right now, I was in the middle of a big move. I totally missed my window for cool season spring crops, but I have a second chance come late summer, early fall to try to get those out again. So I will try to do that. However, I did not miss my window for summer crops, save peppers. Peppers need to be started in a bit advance if you actually want to get a harvest off of them. So I did miss my window for peppers, but I haven't missed my window for so many things. You're just gonna look at the back of your seed packet and see how many days to maturity it has. So things that like warm weather, like our squash, beans, tomatoes, all of those warm season summer crops, there's still plenty of time to get those in the ground if you have enough days between whatever current day you're watching this and your average first frost date. So look at the back of your seed package. For me, right now, I have 90 days until my average first frost. I will link a great video that I did on garden planning somewhere up here or at the end screen. And I highly recommend that you give that a watch. Starting a good garden plan really makes all the difference in a productive garden. So I hope you are encouraged today. It's almost never too late to start. Look up those first and last frost dates and then pull out a couple seed packets or do a little Googling, find out what you want to plant, what kind of weather it likes, and how many days it has to maturity to see if you can still get it started for this gardening season. I'm going to take you guys on just a little sneak peek tour of the temporary garden and show you everything that I got planted, even though I was technically late to garden season this year. Hopefully that is an encouragement. If any of you feel like you're running behind schedule, there is still a lot of time if you choose the right varieties to get things in the ground, even in a short season. All right, first thing we come in the garden, I've got this whole row done in the Mountain Morado corn this year, and I have it interplanted with an understory crop of quick maturing radishes. And that's gonna help suppress the weeds and give me a little bit extra use for the square footage there. I also sprinkled it with a little bit of lettuce. It's kind of hit and miss right now on whether the lettuce will make it or not because it has been really hot here. But I saved my own seed, and sacrificing a little bit of lettuce seed on the hopes that maybe it will, maybe it won't, is something that I'm really okay with. Down this middle bed, I actually have a tiny bit more corn and all of my dry beans. I'm growing the cocagne beans and the black cocoa beans. They did really, really well for me last year. They are short season bush dry beans, and I will link those in the description. I really like those for my short season. They had time to completely dry out. This bed here, I've got a lot of onions and also some summer and winter squashes. Then along the edges, I have sprinkled some wildflower seeds as just kind of an interplanted cover crop. And also I've got some tomatillos and a whole bunch more winter squash. You guys know I love my winter squash. I've also got my green beans for fresh eating and canning kind of planted along the edge there in between some of those winter squash. And this back row here is a mix of sunflowers, amaranth, and some random old wildflower seeds. I do have a little bit of a chaotic gardening approach. I really enjoy that. Sometimes, especially seed saving, you have a little bit of this, you have a little bit of that. Maybe it was mislabeled. And it's really fun to just add that biodiversity kind of freely. I personally find a lot of joy and freedom in having a little bit more of that cottage garden approach where things are not maybe perfectly symmetrical and they're interplanted a little bit more relaxed than a lot of people do kind of companion planting, which is a little bit more rigid. That brings me a lot of joy. And I think a big part of gardening is about just embracing what brings you joy, as well as having that productive yield and harvest to feed and nourish your family. Gardens really should be a place where you express your personality and find that joy. Thank you guys for going on a little garden walk with me. I hope that maybe that gave you a few ideas. And remember, it's almost never too late to get your garden started. And it is never ever too late to start planning for this year or next year. Thank you guys for joining me here today. I hope this video has found you well. Please remember to like, subscribe, share this with a friend if you found it helpful, and let me know what you think in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys.